I never expected a simple Friday night to turn into a memory that would haunt me for months. I had met her online, a kind smile in her profile picture, and a warmth in her messages that made me feel seen. When she suggested dinner, I agreed, excited yet nervous. I told myself this was just a chance to know someone new, but deep down, I wanted her to like me. The cafe was quiet when I arrived, the kind of place that smelled of fresh bread and roasted coffee. I spotted her immediately, a petite figure with a bright scarf, eyes that seemed to sparkle even in dim light. I smiled, thinking how lucky I was to meet someone so genuinely cheerful. As she waved me over, I felt a twinge of excitement. I sat down, careful to hide my nervousness. "Hi," I said, trying to sound casual. "It's nice to finally meet you in person." She smiled, but there was something slightly off in her expression. She handed me a small folded note before ordering her coffee. "Just read this," she whispered. Confused, I opened it, expecting a playful icebreaker or a sweet message. My stomach dropped. It was a list of jokes, and the last line read, "He doesn't know he's part of this joke." My eyes darted to her, searching for any sign that this was a mistake. But her eyes were twinkling, almost mischievous. "Were you part of the joke?" she asked, her voice soft yet teasing. My throat went dry. I wanted to laugh it off, pretend I wasn't hurt, but the betrayal stung too sharply. I felt exposed, as if everyone could see my face betray the shock. I forced a smile, trying to hide the hurt. I guess I didn't realize," I murmured, my voice cracking. The weight of embarrassment pressed down, and I felt my confidence crumble. She leaned in, seeing the turmoil in my eyes. "I didn't mean to hurt you," she said quickly. "It was supposed to be funny, not cruel." I nodded, but the sting of the moment lingered like a shadow. I spent the rest of the dinner in silence, attempting small talk, but feeling like every word fell flat. The laughter of nearby tables seemed louder, sharper, as if mocking me along with the note. When we left the cafe, she walked beside me, hesitant. "I really am sorry," she said again. Her sincerity made my chest ache in a different way, a mixture of relief and lingering doubt. As I reflected on the night later, I realized how easily trust can be shaken, even unintentionally. The moment hurt, yes, but it also reminded me how vulnerable kindness can make us. I had approached this date with an open heart, and that openness had been tested. Days later, I received another message from her, explaining that her friends had thought it would be funny to play a harmless prank, never imagining it would hurt me. She wrote with a raw honesty that made me pause. She wasn't malicious. She was naive, caught in a web of her own social pressures. I decided to meet her again, but this time with boundaries in place. We talked about empathy, respect, and the impact of actions that seemed small. She listened, truly listened, and I realized that genuine kindness sometimes requires teaching and understanding. The next time we went out, the air felt lighter. No notes, no pranks, just conversation and laughter. I noticed how deeply someone could care once they recognized the way of their actions. In that moment, I felt a profound lesson settle in me. Compassion isn't just about giving. It's about guiding and forgiving. We all stumble, make mistakes, and unintentionally hurt others, but the willingness to correct and understand defines the human heart. By the end of the night, I understood that kindness, though fragile, can heal wounds if nurtured with honesty and empathy. The incident with the prank became a story I would someday tell. Not to shame, but to highlight the resilience of trust and the value of sincere connection. I walked home that night with lightness in my step, carrying not bitterness, but a renewed faith in humanity. People will test us, challenge us, even deceive us at times, but the ability to respond with compassion turns every painful moment into a chance for growth. And in the quiet of my apartment, I whispered to myself, she didn't break me. She taught me. The lesson was simple yet profound. Even in awkward, painful, or unexpected moments, kindness, understanding, and empathy are the truest measures of a person and of the heart.